You are watching Market Watch, the brief overview of the key events from the world of finance. Let's start today's review with a reminder that the probability of a reduction in the key interest rate by the Federal Reserve continues to decrease. Indeed, inflation is rising in annual terms, calling into question the expediency of easing monetary policy. But this week, on Friday, the Basic Price Index of Personal Consumption Expenditures in the United States will be published. It has slowed the decline, but the annual rate is decreasing monthly. Therefore, another decrease in the index can bring buyers back to the stock market, because in this case the probability of a slowdown in the consumer price index will increase, and as a result, investors will again talk about easing the Fed's monetary policy. Quarterly reports from the largest technology companies may be another bullish fundamental factor. If companies such as Meta, Microsoft and Alphabet show an increase in profits in the first quarter of this year, then the activity of sellers may decrease significantly. It is also important to take into account the forecasts from these companies, because pessimism about future earnings can overshadow any, even unexpectedly strong, report for the first quarter. Recall that last week the largest U.S. banks reported, showing modest profits. It is difficult for bank deposits to compete with government bonds, so the marginality of this business is decreasing, being a bearish signal for investors. And now let's move on to commodity assets. Let's start with gold, which benefits from the whole current situation in the world. Demand above $2,400 remains weak, so only an unexpected deterioration in the situation in the Middle East or high-profile bankruptcies in the United States can push this metal even higher. While oil remains in a phase of uncertainty, the main bearish fundamental factor is the U.S. stock market. If the key stock indexes continue to decline, then American WTI crude oil may return below $80 per barrel. Turning to the analysis of the cryptocurrency market, we note the key event of last Friday, the halving of Bitcoin. This process, which takes place every 4 years, represents a halving of the rate of generation of new coins. Most likely for this reason, Bitcoin was able to stay above the psychological and at the same time technical support level of $60,000. Until this support breaks through, the bullish scenario remains a priority. But we should also not forget that Bitcoin can be held in wide sideways for a long time. That's all I have. Follow the news carefully and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.